Hello and welcome to my video review on Transformers Robots in Disguise 2001 Ultra Magnus. Now here he is, and first of all we will take a look at his accessory. He just comes with this giant gun, and I am missing the two missiles it comes with and one of these pieces, which isn't a huge deal. Well, I would have liked to have this piece, but you know, can't find one complete too easily. So here he is, or here this gun is, and it can do quite a lot. So obviously you would usually have both of these. These can spin right here, and then you have these red bits that can rotate, and then this whole thing can rotate, and this whole thing can rotate, and it locks into place right there, and right there, every 90 degrees. And then we have a little flip-out visor that you can look through to aim, which is pretty cool. And when they're straight forward, they kind of lock together a little bit too. So there's that. Now, taking a look at Ultra Magnus, and he comes in a car carrier, kind of like the G1. And if you're young and you're watching this and you kind of recognize this front, you might be thinking it's a Siege Ultra Magnus. That's kind of where they borrowed that design from, is this, which I kind of like that throwback. Although, I wish they would make a Robots in Disguise version of that Ultra Magnus and Siege, a Siege mold, and then make like a new Optimus Prime. That would be really cool, because that mold would fit them pretty well, and there's just a few modifications they could do. Although they have redone that mold so many times, but it'd be cool to get like an actual new version of this guy. But I just got this guy, and this guy will definitely be all I need. But it'd be cool to get a new version. But yeah, and there's huge Autobot symbols on the sides here, one on that side too, just picked out in a nice red and a nice white outline. And also I am missing a tire. But yeah, there's not much yellowing in this plastic for this guy, which is nice. So that's kind of, I saw another one that was a little better condition, but it was really yellowed out everywhere, and I didn't really want that. So yeah, here he is. Now for attaching the gun on this guy, you're gonna want to bring this up and then rotate these forward, and then rotate this the right orientation, and then this little tab here will go into here, and then the other one that would have been here would have went on that tab, or you can put it in the back too, but we'll put it in the front. So this just kind of slots right on there, and it holds really well too. There's a little bit of an angle since I missed another one, but it holds on just fine. Now we'll take Prowl here, and he can go on top here, and also you can open these up and then swivel these out and then push this down, and then he gets a nice little ramp where he can get towed up. Or you can have this up here, and he can go into there. So, and this can fit all three of the Autobot brothers, Prowl, X-Brawn, and Sideburn. Although I don't have those other two. But yeah, and now we can just put this up. Prowl is probably my favorite one of them. I didn't care for X-Brawn's design or his personality. He seemed kind of bland. And also, Sideburn had a weird fetish with red cars, so he was a little weird in that retrospect. But other than that, those figures are cool. But anyway, let's keep talking about Ultra Magnus. Now, I want to compare him to his other brother, Optimus Prime. So you can see they're quite comparable sizes, considering they are like the same price back then and they're the same class. So definitely two really big guys. I don't know why that flipped up. And as I said before, I'm missing the gun. I 3D printed one. So I painted the red there, and the other side not as pretty, but it's nice to have this instead of nothing. So, yeah. Get him out of the way. Now for transformation for this guy. Pretty complex for this, for the day and age this came out. So what we're going to want to do here is we're going to take these panels, we're going to want to pop them open, just like that, and do the same on the other side. And then this will just roll straight off. I'm going to take that off to the side here. Now for this whole assembly here, we're going to want to split this white part from this blue part. And also, that's what we're doing. There's just a little red button there that you can press. And the red button will say different things depending what other buttons are pressed, which is really cool. So I'll show that off later. Then we're going to want to split the hands here, or the arms, and then split these off to the side. We'll just leave them there for now. Next, what we're going to want to do is come to this little piece right here, lift that up, rotate up, and then bring those up. Now, we're going to want to bring these all down, like that. And we're going to want to separate, and then push one up, and then kind of rotate it over, so we can actually get enough clearance to rotate this down. And we rotate them up and then push that piece back into place. Now we're starting to get somewhere. And we can go by pushing these all the way down. And these, there's little tabs right here that would go into there, but I haven't got them to go in, so they're stiff enough. I just let them be. And then we're going to want to rotate this so we have the bend there. And then we're going to rotate the hand. So rotate hand. And we're going to take this, and we will bring up these little pieces to form the chest nipples of Ultramagnus, and bring his beautiful head down, those chrome goldish eyes on the back. Not much paint or anything, but just beautiful head sculpt. I really like this guy's head sculpt for sure. And you can just plug that in. There's just a little tab in there, and that holds super secure. And I forgot to do something. We're going to have to undo this. And then you're going to bring this whole entire section up, and then rotate these really stiff leg joints. A little too stiff, although the plastic can take it, which is nice. And then just plug those back in, and then just situate everything back how it was. And there we go. There we have the upper half all done. So now we will come to the bottom half. Now what most people do is they just pull it apart, but if you twist it like this, you can actually get it just to come off, because it just slide in and out. So, and then to put it back, you would just slide them back in like that. And there's just two tabs, one right there and one right there. I feel like sliding them in might make it last a little longer and not put as much wear on the toy. But for transforming this into his leg, we're going to want to bring these pieces up. And then we're going to want to undo this blue piece from this black, orange, or yellow and red silver piece. Then we're going to bring this down, and we're going to want to fold this up, bring this around, fold this up against this, and then tab that in, and swivel this back around, and there we have a leg all done. Now we will come to here, and we will do the same exact process. And you can see the big combine mode foot too, right there. Now, I will mention, if you're transforming this, make sure this is down for vehicle mode or it will not line up. I learned that out the hard way. I spent 30 minutes trying to figure that out because this piece was left up. So, you're going to want to make sure to do that. And continuing, just going to want to fold this up some way, or this way, and then, there we go. That all comes into place. Pull that around. Fold this down, and there's his other leg. Now these are really long legs, so I call them skinny legs. And we will bring the camera up here, and you can already see what's going on. So this is just gonna go into here. Oops. We're gonna wanna bring it in, tab in. Super nice, super easy. As I'm saying that, I'm having a little hard time here. Okay, there we go. And those legs will hold in there just fine. Now, bring him back a little bit. And there we go. He is massive. Like he was in the cartoon too. And of course, you have his gun. And in the show, this gun seems super overpowered. I don't know if that was just me, but this felt like whenever Ultra Magnus came on screen, it's like, yeah, he can do some damage. Definitely a very intimidating character from the show. So, what we can do with this is we can put it into there, put it on this side or this side, and if you had the other piece, you could put it on the side facing this way. But sadly, I don't. So this can just go right into here. There's just a few tabs that go into here, and then that just tabs in. And now once you press the button, if I can find it. Where's the button? There it is. He makes different noises. If I do this button too, that's what happens when you do both buttons. And if you just have this button pressed right here, you have a Gatling gun noise. So you have the Gatling gun that would be here, and then the big cannon right here. So sadly, I can't make the cannon or the Gatling gun face forward, but it's fine. So there he is with his ginormous gun. Now there's one last thing you can do here, and that is to rotate this whole thing around, then bring this up and around like that, and then fold up the visor thing, and then we can plug that into there, and then we can plug his arms in, and have him holding the gun like that. Swinging him just a little there. So there you have him wielding his gun, and that is crazy looking. So we can just take this off, and I'll go over posability, say my final thoughts, and wrap this up. So here he is. Posability wise, we have up at the head pretty far, go down not too terribly far. Got a full 360, a little bit of side to side, actually quite a bit of side to side. We have a full 360 right here at the shoulder. We can go out 90 degrees, forward 90 degrees. And we have a 90 degree, this under 90 degree bend right there. At the hand, we have articulated fingers, which is for Omega Prime. And then his thumb, which has a little peg on it, also for Omega Prime. And on the side, same thing. For the legs, it can kick forward about that far, can't go back that far because it runs into other stuff. And then, obviously, we can go out. Probably go about 90 degrees, but it's really stiff. And we have a nice 90-degree bend. Just like so. And there he is. Now, let me get my camera up here. And now that I have my camera up, I'm going to give him his gun back. And I am going to sign off. If I can get this gun in 1 sec. Now that I have his gun in his hand, there we go. So this figure, definitely one I wanted to pick up. He is definitely worth the $100 I paid for him. If you can find one on eBay, I definitely say pull the trigger. Especially if you have Fire Convoy or Optimus Prime. There is 2 different versions of this. This is, I believe, the American version, has the chrome right there, and I think a little lighter colors than the Japanese version, which is a little different. This figure is definitely a big chunky one. He feels huge. He's got the heft, and he is very cool. And when I showed it to everyone was like, I thought that would be smaller. It's definitely a really big figure. And that definitely plays and helps him, except for kind of Omega Prime, because how heavy he is. Optimus Prime can barely hold it, which kind of sucks. But I will do Omega Prime in a different video. Anyway, this has been Tyler, and see you guys next time. Peace out. Yeah, I'm not going to knock him over. Oh, stood back up. That's the first.